First, let me thank Senator Murphy for his leadership, and of course, Senator Booker, part of the team that went to the floor, and all of our colleagues last week who joined us in a rare moment of history that brought us here today. For the Republicans to say that they have alternative proposals, there would be no debate, let alone any amendments or proposals, but for our forcing them to address this issue. My reaction to this vote today is exactly what I heard from the gallery 3 years ago when this body failed to adopt common sense, sensible measures. Shame on you. That's what was shouted from the gallery that day. Shame on you. That's what the American people are shouting at the Senate of the United States today. Diane expressed the hope that cooler heads may prevail. I think what we need is more courageous heads. And those heads will come when our Republican colleagues not only look at themselves in the mirror, but have to look at their constituents in the eye between now and November and afterward. The political dynamic of this nation has changed. It is a sea change. And the American people have turned a chapter because the terrorists have turned a chapter. This fight is no longer about the 30,000 individual people who are lost every year to gun violence. It is now about making America safe against our enemies like ISIS, who would inspire and support extremist violence here. We need to take the fight to ISIS, but also harden our defense at home. And that means common sense, sensible measures like keeping guns out of the hands of terrorists with really effective measures. I urge our Republican colleagues not just to talk tough, but to act tough. The Cornyn proposal was described as a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think it was really a sheep in wolf's clothing. It lacked the toughness and the wolf-like toughness that we need in such a measure. So the Republicans are now indeed scrambling. They can't figure out how to stay on the good side of the NRA and still be credible with the American people. And I can say with absolute certainty that I am determined to seek common sense solutions that reflect common ground, but they need to be effective and stop the kind of terrorist extremism and everyday gun violence on our streets that takes 30,000 people every year. We are not giving up. We're not going away. We will not relent in this effort.